Mr. John Buckley, Dean of Instruction, will now present the mace.
I declare open the 43rd Annual Commencement of Delaware Technical Community College, Terry Campus.
Please silence your cell phones and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Ms. Jamela Johnson, nursing student, followed by the invocation offered by Chaplain Major Jeff Taylor.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night, but our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Let's take a moment to pray, shall we? Lord, today we are thankful for the blessings and the challenges that have come our way. We are thankful for this milestone of graduation, for the hard work that has been accomplished, and for the opportunity that lies ahead. Some will leave here tonight and pursue further education. Grant to them the wisdom, skill, and resources that will be needed for excelling in their chosen fields. Some will be entering the workforce. Grant to them moral clarity to discern right from wrong and the power to stand firmly on the foundation of truth. Some will choose to serve our nation. Fill them with courage and honor as they defend our freedom and our liberty. And for all, wherever you lead us, may we heed the advice of Frederick Buechner. Listen to your life. See it for the fathomless mystery it is. In the boredom and pain of it, no less than in the excitement and gladness, touch, taste, smell your way into the holy and hidden heart of it. Because in the last analysis, all moments are key moments, and life itself is grace. Lord, we thank you in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson and Chaplain Taylor. Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening. I'm June Churansky, Vice President and Campus Director of the Terry campus here at Delaware Technical and Community College. To begin this evening's program, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the leadership of Delaware Tech. Please stand as I call your name, and audience, please hold your applause until each group has been recognized. First, from our Board of Trustees, Mr. Scott Green, Board Chairman. Mr. William Bush IV, Esquire, Kent County Trustee. Ms. Patty Grimes, Sussex County Trustee. Also joining us this evening, Dr. Mark Brainerd, College President. Mrs. Stephanie Smith, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Kimberly Joyce, Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs. Brian Shirey, Esquire, Chief Legal Counsel and Vice President for Human Resources. On behalf of the entire Terry campus community, I would like to thank all of you for your continued support and your countless contributions to our students and to the college. And now I would like to introduce the individuals who represent the administration of the Terry campus. These are the men and women who comprise the leadership team for our campus and work tirelessly to support our students every day. Again, please hold your applause until they have all been recognized. Mr. John Buckley, Dean of Instruction. Mr. Bill Murrow, Assistant Dean of Instruction. Ms. Dana Sawyer, Director of Communication and Planning. Ms. Jennifer Pyers, Dean of Student Affairs. Mr. William Ayers, Director of Administrative Services. Mr. Ray Parsons, Assistant Director of Administrative Services. Ms. Christina Cronus, Director of Business Services. Ms. Charlotte Lister, Director of Human Resources. Dr. Lisa Struzowski, Director of Corporate and Community Programs. Mrs. Tammy Fenimore, President of the Staff Senate. Mrs. Deborah Lord, President of the Faculty Senate. Thank you for all you do and your commitment and dedication to our students. And also joining us in our audience are other college administrators and good friends and supporters of the college. Senator Brian Bushweller, State Senator, 17th District, Dover. Senator Harris McDowell, State Senator, 1st District, Wilmington North. Ms. Laura Wisler, Kent County Director for Senator Tom Carper. Mr. Larry Winley, Senior Director for Projects and Economic Development for Senator Tom Carper. Dr. Joanne Daminger, Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs. Thank you for all you do to support us each and every day and support our students. Once again, good evening. We are here to celebrate the success of the graduating class of 2015. And as with all graduating classes from Delaware Tech, you have varied backgrounds and diverse goals. So just who are you? Well, numbering 402 graduates. The average age of your class is 29, with the youngest being 19 and the oldest 63. 359 of you are Delaware residents. 16 of you are receiving multiple degrees. 15 of you are getting 2 degrees, and 1 of you are actually graduating with 3 associate degrees tonight. Woo, that's right. $176, or 43% of you, are graduating with honors, 8 with a perfect 4.0 GPA. Also, Delaware Tech is a place where families come to school. Some of you have had a parent graduate, and now you are graduating. And some, the child graduated, and now the parent's graduating. And then other times, family members come together. For example, tonight we have a husband and wife graduating, a mother and daughter, and two sisters graduating together. Our last statistic, but certainly not the least, we currently have 216 veterans enrolled on campus, and 34 of them are graduating tonight. But as you know, tonight is not all about numbers and the statistics. Tonight is about celebrating each and every one of you graduating and your success story. I read a quote about success and immediately thought of each of you, our graduates. It is, some people dream of success while others wake up and work hard at it. And I know you have worked hard to get to this moment. You took your dream, you lived it, your education is yours. No one can ever take that away from you. As you leave here tonight, you are joining thousands of Delaware Tech graduates who have gone before you to become our healthcare providers, teachers, business leaders, policemen, and more. You are becoming part of an important group of individuals that are leaders in their field, and they help shape the future of our state and nation. Enjoy this evening and the celebrations with your families and friends. Congratulations and thank you. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Jacqueline Cameron, representing the class of 2015 and graduating this evening from the paralegal program. Jacqueline has not only excelled academically, even earning college credit doing a study abroad course in Japan, but has worked as a student success aide with counselors and faculty. In addition, she just completed an internship working with Senator Carper's office. Her professionalism and work ethic are impressive. Jacqueline this evening will introduce your commencement speaker, Jacqueline Cameron.
Thank you, Dr. Turansky. Each year, the college's vice presidents and campus directors meet to discuss a graduation theme and to consider potential speakers for commencement. At this year's meeting, it was decided that there was no one better to inspire the class of 2015 than an alumnus of the college, someone who could easily relate to me and to you as graduates who studied hard and made many sacrifices. Someone who has achieved great career success while maintaining a deep sense of obligation to the community. Someone who exemplifies what is possible with a Delaware Tech degree. For the college's vice presidents and campus directors, the choice was clear, and they extended a special invitation to Delaware Tech President Mark Brainerd to serve as the college's 2015 commencement speaker. I could not be more pleased to introduce him this evening. Please allow me to highlight a few of his many achievements. After earning his associate degree in criminal justice from Delaware Tech, Dr. Brainerd pursued a bachelor's degree and ultimately a law degree. Upon these academic accomplishments, he would build a 25-year career, spanning higher education, business, and government. It was this unique combination of experience that would prepare him to lead Delaware Tech, an institution that's considered the linchpin in the state's workforce development efforts. Throughout his career, Dr. Brainerd served in various leadership roles, some of which include the Delaware Legislature as Chief of Staff to the Minority Caucus, as Executive Vice President of the Delaware State Chamber, and as Chief of Staff to former Governor Ruth Ann Minner. Working closely with the governor, he helped to develop an aggressive agenda which led to the passage of landmark legislation such as a Student Excellence Equals Degrees scholarship. To date, SEED has benefited more than 7,000 Delaware Tech students. When he returned to Delaware Tech in 2008, Dr. Brainerd served in several executive leadership positions and earned a reputation for being both accessible to students and an advocate for their success. One group of students Dr. Brainerd has strongly supported are veterans and has been incredibly proactive in ensuring the college creates a welcoming learning environment for those who are. Major General Francis D. Vivala of the Delaware National Guard said recently that Dr. Brainerd truly embodies the term military-friendly. Not surprisingly, last fall, Delaware Tech was recognized as a military-friendly school. Now, as president, one of Dr. Brainerd's priorities is to ensure that the college remains committed to student success and that today's students continue to receive the same foundation and opportunities he received over 3 decades ago. I am fortunate to have had the opportunity to spend time with Dr. Brainerd. The first time I heard him speak was at the college-wide student leadership conference hosted for role models and student leaders, where he shared his personal experience with college life at Delaware Tech. I was immediately intrigued by his genuine character and relatable disposition. He spoke about being hesitant and intimidated because he was a returning student in his late 20s and the first person of his family to attend college. I remember feeling empowered and encouraged because I could personally relate to much of his story. His vulnerability while sharing his experience made his many successes and achievements seem tangible and infinitely possible for each student in the room to achieve as well. He gave me confidence and inspiration. He taught me that no matter how much time had elapsed or how many mistakes were made, it is never too late to follow your heart or change your destiny. Each and every life experience is only preparation for the future if you wish to make it so. I use that as motivation and drive to accomplish my goals today and the goals I continue to strive for in the future. Please join me in welcoming the president of Delaware Tech, Dr. Mark T. Brainerd.
Thank you, Jacqueline. You're a great representative of this great class. Chairman Green, members of the Board of Trustees, the Delaware Tech team, and most important to the class of 2015, thank you all very much for your kind invitation to participate in this commencement ceremony. As you know, I'm a true supporter of Delaware Tech. I'm an unabashed fan, and I am such a fan because I've received so much from the people at this college. I've received guidance, I've received encouragement, I received mentoring. And I'm not shy about telling others about what this college and the people have done for me, not just during my years here as a student, but during the many years after that as I pursued educational and professional goals. Without exaggeration, I can honestly say that there are days still when I think about the advice, the friendship, and the coaching that I receive from people here at the college. Now, obviously, most of them have already retired, but I made an extra effort to keep in touch with them and thank them, but especially on graduation day, which reminds me, have you all thanked your faculty, advisors, and counselors? Let's do it again. The great bunch of men and women who worked hard every day. They work hard every day to make sure you all received the education you needed and the support that you received over the years. What about the other group, the family? Mothers, fathers, spouses, brothers, and sisters. We need to thank them. As Dr. Taransky said, we have a couple special guests, and I need to spend 1 minute to recognize one of them. We all know Senator Bushwiller is here, but many of you in the room, you received some financial support, either in the form of scholarships. We probably have a few seed scholarships in the room. 10 years ago this year, there's a gentleman in state government who worked for 10 years to get the seed scholarship passed and enacted into law. And he's here tonight. Senator Harris B. McDowell is here. He's the father of the seed scholarship program. Senator, stand up. Stand up. It's only fitting that we take a moment during this commencement to recognize the contributions of Senator McDowell to over 7,000 Delawareans over the years. As I said earlier, the people at Delaware Tech take students, some just like me, arriving with a lot of energy but no discipline, a lot of desire but very little knowledge, and a lot of ideas but no direction, and they create successful people. Tonight, let me be one of the first to congratulate all of you on becoming part of nearly a 50-year history of excellence and success. When your campus director invited me to speak at this year's commencement, I immediately said yes. That was the easy part. What was the difficult part was figuring out what to say. And I have to tell you that thinking back to my own Delaware Tech commencement wasn't much help. I don't even remember who the speaker was, let alone what he had to say. But what I do remember is that he was brief. So in an effort to be memorable many years later, I'm going to try to be brief. With the benefit of 20/20 hindsight, I will offer some thoughts and observations I wish someone had shared with me a few years ago when I sat exactly where you are, readied myself for some new challenges, Delaware Tech degree in hand. I have 6 things I'd like to point out to you and hope you'll find useful. First, today is not a graduation, it's a commencement. As you know, the term graduation references a completion of your studies or the end of an education program. Commencement, on the other hand, describes a beginning or a start. You already know this, but I have to say it. Your learning doesn't end today. It's just the beginning. I urge each and every one of you to leave here tonight committed to the idea that you will be a lifelong student, a lifelong learner, because the more we learn, the more we succeed. The formula is not complicated at all. The more education we get, the more opportunities we have for success. So again, today is not a graduation, it's a commencement. Second, Delaware Tech has prepared you for everything you want to accomplish. That's right, everything. Some who have preceded you have become medical doctors, master-level teachers, business leaders, police officers, researchers in science and technology, family counselors, leaders in healthcare, a brigadier general, and the list goes on. And yes, a few of us even went off and became lawyers. But in spite of that, there's an awful lot of successful people. Some of you already have your designs on a bachelor's degree, maybe a master's degree, maybe even beyond that. But for some others, you might be sitting there just as I was a number of years ago, asking yourself a lot of questions. Can I? Should I? Could I go on and get those additional degrees? And the answer is a resounding yes. Yes, you can, yes, you should, and yes, you must. Because Delaware Tech has prepared you for everything and anything you want to accomplish. Third, be lucky. Now, I know you might find this strange because people think of luck as things that happen to us. It's not something that we can control. But I tend to think about it a little differently. Someone once said that luck is the creation of our own design. We often think about it in sports when we point to a team and say they created their own luck, or an athlete that says she created her own luck. Greg Norman, the former professional golfer, used to say, the more I practice, the luckier I get. It doesn't matter how you say it. The truth is, successful people just aren't lucky. They create their own luck through hard work, grit, determination, and sometimes just an absolute refusal to give up. So the next time you hear someone say, that person's really lucky, well, you better take a little closer look because behind all that luck is a person who works hard and perseveres through all the tough times. Be lucky. Fourth, don't let the detours cancel your trip. Part of the excitement and the anxiety that you feel tonight as you think about the future may stem from uncertainty about that trip that lies ahead or that future that lies ahead. We all set and seek our goals with optimism and enthusiasm, but we also know that there's going to be frustrations, setbacks, and even outright failures. Things I like to call detours. There will be times when job offers don't come through, promotions don't occur, career plans take longer than you'd like, maybe a graduate program won't accept your application. You might even fail the bar exam once or twice or 3 times. Again, they're just detours. Find a new way, create a different route, sidestep the roadblocks. Sometimes you just have to push your head down and go right through the setbacks. Someone once said that God draws straight using crooked lines. It's a way to reference how we sometimes have to go sideways before we go forward, or the way we have to take 2 steps back before we take 3 or 4 steps forward. So don't let the detours cancel your trip. 5th, give back. A few years ago, great entertainer John Mayer had a popular song out, and he talked about waiting on the world to change. An entire generation waiting on the world to change. It's a great tune. I still like it. The words reference a lot that needs to be done in this world, but we all know that the world just won't change if we wait for it. We need to change it. And I know you're all sitting there saying every year they stand in front of college graduates to go out and say, change the world. Well, I believe that in 2015, that's real. It's not for dramatic effect. You're now entering an unprecedented time of change, not only in this state, but in this country. The need for healthcare services continues to rise, and reforms are occurring at breakneck speed. Our schools continue to struggle, and they try to improve and reform. Violence continues to be a problem in too many homes and in too many neighborhoods, and law enforcement and communities are struggling to find that balance between lawful and unlawful behavior in a peaceful way. And our planet is literally burning up before our eyes. So tonight, all of us are asking all of you to get involved and, yes, change the world. There's no better time for community colleges to make this difference because you have the nation's attention, which leads to my 6th and final point. Tell your story. Over the last 2 years, policymakers, education leaders, business owners, and families throughout the country have come to understand the importance of a community college education. Even President Obama, who called for free community college in January, has become a leading advocate and continually makes the case that our country's economic strength depends upon providing a job-ready workforce through responsive and relevant work programs for today's industries. He and others knew that community colleges deliver on this type of education. But I feel like I'm literally preaching to the choir because all of you made that decision 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. You were ahead of the curve. You knew years ago when you decided to attend Delaware Tech what the rest of the country is just now figuring out. You each had your own reasons for selecting Delaware Tech, but your outcomes are all very similar. Number 1, you're all job ready for an in-demand career right here in Delaware. You're all prepared to continue your education toward a bachelor's degree, and the data shows that not only will you be successful, that many of you are going to go on even farther than that. And college-wide, nearly 70% of you are graduating debt-free. Your insight and great choices have earned the respect of your community, and most important, the attention of employers who need your skills to be competitive and successful. You are literally the solution to the state's economic problems, and you have a great foundation for a great future. So be proud, tell your story, and know that Delaware Tech is honored to count you among our successful graduates. I know you have a lot of celebrations planned for this week, and we all congratulate you and want you to have fun, but please be safe in your celebrations. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Dr. Brainerd, for your inspirational remarks and your continuous focus on student success. Now, for the presentation of the candidates, Dean Buckley.
At this time, members of the class of 2015, please stand. Mr. Bush, I present to you the candidates for the Associate in Applied Science degree, the Associate of Arts in Teaching degree, and the candidates for diploma.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Delaware, I hereby confer upon these duly authenticated students the degree of Associate in Applied Science, Associate of Arts in Teaching, or the diploma, together with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Delaware Tech graduates, you may now change your tassels from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2015.
For a degree in accounting, Jessica Hall. Gabrielle Lavender. Jackie. For the degree in Business Administration transfer, Marinelle Valera. For the degree in Entrepreneurship, Vernell Hooper. Joyce Mackey. Stacy Montanez. Herbert Reynolds. For the degree in General Business, Thomas Baker. Marlena Barone. Justin Hurt. Carolyn Nizer. Jessica Ortiz. For the degree in Hospitality Management, Anna Bremer. Emily Sheridan. Degree in Management, Jeffrey DiCarlo Jr. Robert Kaler. Lana Palmer. For the degree in Office Administration, Ashley Dill. Lauren Dotson. Della Stokes. For the degree in Paralegal, Ina Eggleston. Lisa Ellefson. Judith Nazarevich. Ashley Pappas. Anna Marie Sellers. Aaron Vaughn. For the degree in Computer Information Systems, Aaron Bartlett. Sandra Henning. Nathan Sims. For the degree in Computer Network Engineering Technology, Michael Bostwick. Nathan Carr. Brian Ellis. Tymir Henry. For the degree in Microcomputers and Networking, Logan Cahill. Aaron Lee. James McGee. For the degree in Information Security, Marguerite Ashley. Christopher Basco. Michael Ciancio. Benny Coleman Jr. Robert Chrisman Jr. Handy Jonas. Nantaya Johnson. Alexis Miller. Jason Roslevich. Matthew Stanley. Terrence Weston. For web development, Cortland Plummer. For culinary arts, Shalisa Alexander. Jasmine Downing. Aaron Eskin. Nuri Kapiji. Thomas Kinzer. Rachel Martin. Keely Nichols. Janina Schultz. Damian Stevens. Daniel White Phillips. For early care and education, birth to second grade, Gabrielle Butler. Aaron Furman. Danielle Hanlon. Margaret Iriarty. Asha Jameson. Sarah Jones. Wendy Waddell. For early childhood development, Jamie Bankson. For elementary education option, Tassina Ashadoff. Angela Ferreira. Valerie Fulton. Rachel Hemrick. Carrie Lagarelli. Rachel Martin. Toya Peak. Tara Redlick. Mary Weber. For middle level mathematics education, science minor, Jason Pritchett. For middle level mathematics education, social science minor, Gabrielle Kibler. For architectural engineering technology, Taisha Coward. Conan Garrett. Joshua Keyser. Todd Kitts. Amanda Nye. Harry Stevens. For the biomedical option, Drew Greenhawk. For construction management technology, Christopher Laird. Jason Woody. For electromechanical engineering technology, William Caro. Scott Kreis. For interior design, Leah Issop. John Keller II. Rachel Landis. Gabrielle Tatum. Kelly Taylor. For math science concentration, Kevin Heesh. For emergency medical, Jonathan Chigas. Sierra Horney. For surgical technology, Rachel Conlin. Joseph Follett. Desiree Farnese. Savannah Fleiner. Ashley Jackson. Jordan Taylor. For the associate degree in nursing, Genevieve Baptiste. Roxanne Betts. Rihanna Brown. Donna Burns. Kathleen Callahan Clark. Caitlin Carter. Andrea Chain. Rebecca Couturier. Brandy Cunningham. Cassandra Davenport. Michelle Eder. Krista Esdale. Dawn Estep. Jennifer Galloway. Corey Green. Nicole Herman. Jessica Janis. Jody Ann Kinlock. Nicolette Kerwin. Katarina Corti. Sherry Kuhner. Amanda Lee. Christopher Lloyd. Kendall McDowell. Angel McNair. Elizabeth Mitchell. Rachel Oakman. Ellen O'Donnell Ali. Laura Okaneski. Nancy Omwenga. Tamara Perry. Jeanette Reed Jones. Kristen Schaefer. Melinda Schaefer. Diane Shepins. Roberta Schmid. Ron Seaton. Jennifer Sebastianelli. Diane Shotwell. Jessica Simpson. Beth Stubbs Escobar. Jody Stuck. Berlene Sylvain. Teresa Tharp. Candace Toady. Elizabeth Thompson. Jacqueline Tordella. Jason Wallace. Tracy Wilhelm. Kimberly Woods. Stephanie Zinda. For criminal justice, Francesca Carey. Taylor Collender. Kevin Goldsboro. Monica Harris. Sukhvir Kaur. Nicole Kermes. John McIlvain. Jeremy Mullen. Mark Murray. Alan Oakman. Adriana Ochoa. Michelle Pedraza. Latanya Ratcliffe. Courtney Rakowski. Amanda St. Clair. Nicole Swank. Brittany Tressler. Kathleen Turley. Stephen Vieira. Travis Williams. Catherine Wilson. For drug and alcohol counseling, Tony Blaine. BZ Shaka. Russell Finkel Sr. Colton Gatz. Megan Iwaskowitz. Jacqueline Johnson. Alyssa Lucas. Brittany Mentor. Darren Smart. Anika Stewart. For Homeland Security and Emergency Management, Michael Joseph. Mandy Onu Oha. For Human Services, Velanie Aiken. Alexis Bailey. Melissa Bobby. Kyle Carey. Ronisha Carter. Megan Crawford. Shakira Dietrich Johnson. Audrey Hankerson. Edith Mansilla. Jordan Quander. Morgan Reynolds. Tushana Reynolds. Albert Rowe. Nicole Sanchez. Andrea Tynan Brower. Kristen Warner. For the law enforcement option, Hunter Bordley. Antonino Delisi. Robert Metzger III. Julie Roselli. Trevor White. For advertising design, Hannah Oshidoff. Annabelle Baylor. Hannah Christ. Matthew Dalton. Sarah DeLong. Hannah Geyer. Brina Klein. Andrew Exler. Joseph Rogers. Lauren Truitt. For multimedia, Trey Bracey. Maria Fabulous Forquette. Jared McLean. Wade Ritter. Rittler. My bad. Brian Shane. Jasmine Tiller. For photo imaging, Jessica Cox. Dorothy Driscoll. Andrew Harting. Darshana Reynolds. Liz Taylor. For the candidates for the diploma in baking and pastry, Heather Comby. For the diploma in practical nursing, Michaela Bell. Carrie Bluestein. Lolita Brown Fetters. Jessica Callahan. Candace Graham. Zakia Harris. Emily Surtees. Brianna Vanette. For the degree in paralegal, Jacqueline Cameron. And for the degree in human services, Kenitra Jenkins.
As graduating members of the class of 2015, you now become members of the Delaware Technical Community College Alumni Association. Here to officially induct you into the membership is our Alumni Association President, Mr. Gary Pippin. Gary is a 2005 Terry Campus graduate with an associate's degree in visual communication. He is also the recipient of the 2012 Distinguished Alumni Award. Mr. Pippin.
Thank you, Dr. Taransky. Graduates, please stand. It gives me great pleasure to officially welcome you, the class of 2015, into the Alumni Association of Delaware Technical and Community College. As members of the Alumni Association, you have the full rights, privileges, and responsibilities to further the growth and development of Terry Campus of the Delaware Technical and Community College.
All of us at Delaware Tech hope that your journey through life brings you the success, happiness, and respect that each of you deserve. Now you remain standing for the benediction. The graduates will remain standing after the benediction. The audience will be seated after the benediction until the recessional is ended. Chaplain Taylor.
My favorite author once wrote, "We must be very careful with our lives because it would seem that they are the only ones we are going to have in this puzzling and perilous world. And so they are very precious, and what we do with them matters enormously. Because our lives do matter and our choices have consequences, Lord, we pray that you send us forth in wisdom and compassion and unbridled enthusiasm to be people who bring peace and joy to a world that is thirsting for your grace. Lord, bless each graduate and keep them in your hand for all of their days. Amen."